Imagine a year ago trying to convince someone that these scenes of a deadly, destructive European ground war were only 6 months in the future, and you'd have probably been laughed at. But we all know better now. We're 6 months on from when Russia invaded Ukraine. Most watching on, even the Ukrainians, thought Moscow would strike a decisive blow. Remember in the early days when there were even Russian paratroopers landing in Kyiv. But the hammer blow didn't come. Ukraine, through ingenuity, superior tactics backed by Western training, and weapons given by NATO countries like Britain, held their own and even reversed some advances. But what does the next 6 months hold? General Philip Breedlove is a former Supreme Allied Commander Europe for NATO. In his opinion, it's decision time.
What are we about? Are we there to let the Ukrainians defend themselves and retake the lands that have been taken in this illegal, immoral, inhuman attack by Russia? Or are we there to let Russia have its way in Ukraine?
General Breedlove argues for more weapons and support to enable Ukraine to push Russia back.
In a policy sense, the West has decided not to give Ukraine what it needs to win, rather just to give it what it needs to stay on the battlefield.
As progress by either side seems minimal, and if in the months ahead it continues to stall, this call is likely to be echoed. But how far will the West go to facilitate a Ukrainian win? And is that term even appropriate, given the level of destruction wrought by Russia?
I don't know how you call a win when Russia has, in part, just rubbleized large swaths of this nation. They really do just want to eliminate Ukraine as an entity, Ukraine as a people, and Ukrainian as a culture. And so they've been working on that. So even if Ukraine is to expel this unholy force from their country, the loss to Ukraine is going to take decades.
And Russia, too, could struggle with the concept of victory.
How does Russia really qualify a win when Ukraine, with the help of Western kit, has essentially embarrassed the Russian military?
6 months of fighting, death and destruction. A clear victory for anyone uncertain. Tim Cooper, Forces News.